The trickster is one of the most fascinating and enduring figures in mythology, literature, and psychology. This character, neither hero nor villain, exists in a space of mischief, deception, and transformation. Tricksters break rules, expose hypocrisy, and challenge authority, often in unpredictable ways. From Loki in Norse mythology to Anansi in African folklore, from the Native American coyote to the modern Joker, these figures force us to question reality. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. At their core, tricksters are agents of chaos, but not without purpose. They challenge rigid structures, reveal hidden truths, and force necessary change. The ancient Greek god Hermes, for example, was a master thief from birth, stealing Apollo's cattle while cleverly disguising their tracks. Instead of being punished, Hermes was rewarded, becoming the god of communication, commerce, and travel. This illustrates a key point. Tricksters are not simply troublemakers. They are catalysts for transformation. Many cultures depict tricksters as animals. The fox in European folklore, the raven in indigenous American stories, and Anansi the spider in West African myths all play this role. Anansi, for instance, repeatedly outsmarts stronger beings, using wit over brute force. In one tale, he tricks the sky god into giving humans the gift of stories, proving that deception can sometimes serve a greater purpose. The trickster doesn't just break the rules, he rewrites them. Psychologically, the trickster represents our inner rebelliousness, the part of us that questions norms and refuses to conform. Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung identified the trickster as an archetype, a universal figure within the human subconscious. Tricksters disrupt order, but in doing so, they expose flaws in the system. This explains why we find them so compelling. They reflect our desire to challenge authority and reshape the world. Shakespeare's Puck in A Midsummer Night's Dream is a classic trickster. Through magic and mischief, he causes confusion and disorder. Yet, his chaos leads to self-discovery for the other characters. This is another key trait of the trickster. Through disruption, they reveal deeper truths. In modern culture, tricksters have evolved, but their role remains the same. The Joker in The Dark Knight embodies this archetype perfectly. He doesn't just commit crimes, he forces Gotham to confront its moral contradictions. His famous line, "Introduce a little anarchy, upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos," reveals his deeper purpose. While he is undoubtedly dangerous, he exposes the fragility of the systems people take for granted. Even in comedy, tricksters thrive. Bugs Bunny, for example, constantly outsmarts those who seek to harm him. Like Anansi or Loki, he uses intelligence and humor to navigate conflict. The trickster shows that wit can be more powerful than brute force. Beyond fiction, trickster energy appears in real life. Figures like Socrates challenged accepted beliefs, using simple but piercing questions to expose contradictions. His defiance led to his execution, but his influence shaped Western philosophy. Innovators and disruptors like Steve Jobs also embody this archetype. By rejecting traditional thinking, they reshape entire industries. The trickster is a force of innovation, often misunderstood but necessary for progress. However, trickster energy is not always positive. In politics, deception can be used to manipulate rather than enlighten. Con artists and propagandists harness trickster tactics for selfish gain, turning cleverness into exploitation. This highlights the trickster's duality. While they can liberate, they can also destroy. Many tricksters eventually face consequences. Loki's endless schemes lead to Ragnarok, the end of the world. Coyote, in Native American stories, often falls victim to his own tricks. These endings serve as warnings. While trickery is powerful, it must be used wisely. Yet, the trickster never truly disappears. Every culture, every generation creates new ones because society needs figures who challenge, who disrupt, who reveal uncomfortable truths. The trickster speaks to something deep within us, the desire to question, to laugh at authority, to reshape the world not through force, but through cleverness. Ultimately, the trickster is not just a character in stories, but a fundamental part of human nature.